Mubashir, we've talked about international perspectives, we've heard various angles. You've been traveling with these politicians, you've been talking to a lot of people. What do you think? Are we standing to gain or lose in our international image with this incident?
Well, I think there's nothing more to lose now as far as image is concerned. As you've said, that 2007 has been the most turbulent of years in Pakistan's history, and we have seen a loss of life of such a magnitude.
And uselessly.
Exactly. I mean,
innocent people.
It's so tragic. So someone has to now, it's a battle for survival now for the people of Pakistan, and someone here has to take some decisions what to do about it. Someone has to go for real tough decisions, and all this thing about carrying a dual policy, that okay, we can have a dialogue or we can have action or together. Nothing worked. Action didn't work alone, and a political way didn't work. So we have to rethink our strategy, how we are going about it, because this thing is only gaining strength. This extremism, that suicide attacks are happening all over the country. So someone has to take the decision, and all the leaders, political leaders, have to sit together and they have to devise a strategy how to counter it. We hear a lot about that FATA development in FATA, and US going to support it, but that remains to the papers and nothing happened on ground. So on that context, what is happening and about eradicating poverty, the current price hike is only adding poverty even in the urban areas, not to speak of the rural and remote areas, which remain hub of hub of terrorism, as you say, so particularly the tribal areas. So as you said, the primary question remains who gains from it, because these militants, they are getting these things from somewhere. Is it coming from Afghanistan? Is it coming from some other place where they are getting it from? Why militants are gaining strength? All this belt from Balochistan towards Peshawar, which is bordering Afghanistan, remains the hub of it, and we all know that militants are hiding it. All these Abdullah Masood.
Like Mubashir just said, it's time for decisions, choices, and it's time for thought. What do we want for us? How do we want to sort this out? Please keep sharing your views and opinions. The SMS number is 6622, and the format is DVD space, the message space, name and location. Please keep telling and sharing your opinion about the whole thing, and also send us emails. The address is breakfast@dawnnews.tv. You said very well that this is a time where political parties should sit together and figure out how to sort this out. I don't think it's time for any deal. It's time for taking power. It's not time to forming governments. It's really time to figure out how we can at least stop losing these lives.
And nation has to stand up now. I mean, they have to fight, because it is our brothers, our sisters, our friends who are losing their lives. So who's going to save them? I think we have to stand up. We have to raise our voice. We have to pressurize the government that they have to do something about it, which they, unfortunately, they're not doing it. I mean, all these artificial security measures, this changing of mindset, we've been hearing it since post 9/11, but nothing happened. It's only gaining strength. So someone has to lead the way for the nation. Someone has to pull nation out on the streets to show the resolve of the nation that they can fight this extremism, and no one, be it US or any international community, will guide Pakistanis how they can defeat terrorism, because it's Pakistan which is bleeding. It's Pakistani nation which is bleeding. We have to decide for ourselves, where do we go from here? Whether we will sit idle in our homes thinking that thank God it hasn't happened to my family, but that is not a solution. It will hit my family.
It's only a matter of time.
Exactly.
Last night I had, within the range of this instance, tens of friends, and when I heard this news, it was a frenzy for me to call them And the point gets driven home. As long as we hear it's there and there and there, we don't realize, like you're saying, it's coming nearer and nearer.
Exactly.
It's happening on our streets.
And no one's safe, like my brother or my sister, anyone, my relative, my close friend will be the next target. But
one of our cameramen is injured. He's one of our friends we work with every day. And last time I switched the TV, Khurram Husain was there, and I was like, oh my, I was trying to contact him, that are you alright? And we had our reporters, our producers, our crew was there, and it's people we work with. It's coming home. It's not so far. We can't waste our time in figuring out and arguing about politics, and it's time.
And deals, you're right. I mean, it's time is over for deals, for God's sake. It's a nation that is in danger. It's a battle for our survival. We have to all work together to defeat this terrorism or extremism. Whosoever is supporting us, we have to defeat them. But what the government is doing, what all these political parties are right now doing is just, they're fighting each other, accusing each other. We are getting into the same dirty political culture that we had been witnessing in the past, so nothing has changed. But I think the people have to come out to show to these leaders that it's not the same old Pakistan. We have to fight to make it a better Pakistan. Otherwise, we will become another Iraq.
We've been in this downward spiral for too long. It's just not going anywhere. You've been sending your SMSs. Thank you very much. Our heartfelt condolences to the families of those who have lost their lives needlessly last night. There were security personnel, political workers, and just people out there celebrating life. May Allah give health to those who are in hospitals. Thank you, Mubashir. Thank you for coming in. Please stay with us. We will continue after a very short break, and we will look at what's been happening in the world of sports and other matters. Please stay with us. We'll take a quick short break. Thank you very much, Mubashir. Thank you for coming in.